The following videocast has been paid for by the Penn's World Order. You know what the world loves on a Saturday night? A nice big smile. Smiles, everyone, and walk-a-cha, hey, hey, walk-a-cha, hey, hey, wow, wow. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. PWO. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Pens win on a Saturday night over Les Inhabitants de Montreal. Let's talk about it for a brief moment. So, we barely beat Anaheim on a night where, one goalie stood on his head and another goalie had to bail his team out again and again and again and again and again. And Sidney Crosby said, I'm going to do it all myself. Well, tonight on Pittsburgh night, apparently somebody got the memo that he's going to do the same thing. And, I see that and I'm reminded of a line that Don Cheadle would say in Ocean's 12 when he said, you don't pull the same gag twice, you'll move on to the next gag. And tonight it seemed like the Pens were willing to pull the same gag twice. Sidney Crosby scores on a really nice turn, on a turnover and a really nice feed to make it 1-0. Crosby, the captain's able to get another one again to make it 2-0. And on a Saturday night there in Pittsburgh that had less gaps in it there on Thursday, which, by the way, I'm not going to rip this city that there weren't a lot of people at that game simply because it was 80 degrees out and it was probably trick-or-treating night. So not a lot of people are going to show up. However, tonight in front of a more livelier crowd, in an opponent that you should beat, much like Anaheim, you are up 2-0, and it looks like Alex Nedeljkovic is going to have a good night until Christian Dvorak scores and makes it 2-1. And I can guarantee you that you probably heard, how many can fit in PPG? Probably around 18,000, 19,000. You probably heard 12,000 people suddenly go all at once. Because I'm sure you thought it. Here we go again. This team's going to blow it. It's a 2-goal lead. They're going to blow it. And they're going to lose. And Ned's going to have to stand on his head. He's going to have to. And Joel's just sitting on the bench with a ball cap on like, need a hand, bro? But I got to admit, this Pittsburgh team, they really, I tries the bad choice of words, but you could tell that they wanted this. Because Tuesday night, I saw a team that was more ready to celebrate a Fleury night. Thursday was a team that wanted to get off the schneid. It nearly got in its own way, but they tried. They knew they had to beat Anaheim. Tonight, they had to beat Montreal. Because I hate to tell you, Pens fans, it's getting late early. You're still 31st in the league, and there's only 32 goddamn teams. So, it's time to get points. I don't care how you get them. You can stack up some shootout losses this time of year. Get points now. Get good later. The problem is later's coming sooner than what you want. And I'll give the Habs credit. They shot, and they shot, and they shot, and they shot, and shot. And Ned did enough. This team almost did enough to lose. Nola Achari nearly took out Brendan Gallagher, who's probably some part of his body went into the goalpost and just yelled 3 obscenities in a row. How did I hear that? Because the mic behind the net heard every word that was yelled. And truth be told, I would have yelled that too. And then Nola Achari tries to take Slavsky's head off, and Slavsky tries to do the same to him. I don't know what the kid's name is. Slavsky, Stanislavski, Shaflosky moment. and then the goalie gets pulled, and then they get the puck down to the Habs zone. They're trying to get it to Crosby to get the hat trick. That's nice. Malkin's trying to get a goal. Come on. And then they take the puck behind the net and just staple gun it to the board for 20 and 25 seconds. This kills clock. And then I see a legitimate 5-on-5 hockey being played with no goaltender. And they're trying to get the puck in the net. Puck goes back down, saved by Nedovic. Puck in the zone. Habs win the faceoff, back out to the point. Blake Lizotte just comes in and ching, slaps the puck out of the way like he's young Zorro Antonio Banderas being taught by Anthony Hopkins, the original Zorro, gets out of the zone. Lars Eller works the puck along the boards, gets it to Lizotte, fires it toward the empty net, and in to make it 3-1, his first goal as a Penguin. How do you do, sir? 3-1, and we are done here. Then there's fighting, there's yelling, there's pushing, there's shoving. Ryan Reeves goes, "That's it!" and just goes after guys. And that's your game. Pens win 3-1 the final. And that's actually a two-game winning streak. Now, this team has a couple days off. At least if I'm reading it correctly. I don't think they play till Tuesday. And they will play the New York Islanders. The Islanders are up next. It's time to go to Long Island. And this team's got some road games ahead of them. 3 in division coming up. Long Island, Carolina, and DC. Carolina and DC are back-to-back Thursday, Friday. Oofta. The cynic part of me says get 3 points. Got to beat the Islanders. They are very beatable. Then get what you can against Carolina and Washington. Washington is white hot right now. Everything's clicking for the red, white, and blue. The Hurricanes, they're the Hurricanes. But you won the week. You got 2 out of 3. You should have gotten a little bit more, but just keep racking up points. And good things will come, Pens fans. Steelers are off this week, so take what you can. Other than that, let's go Pens. And when the time comes, make sure you tell us if you're ready to join the PWO. Let's go Pens.